Have you guys been explicit so far about wanting to win a championship this year? And
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
What does success then look like? I mean,
A championship.
Yes, Caitlin, we get it. You're all about the team and chasing that championship. You're not one to brag, but let's be real. Someone's got to give you credit. So I'll go ahead and say it. Your rookie year wasn't just good, it was something special. You broke 62 records, lifted a team from near the bottom straight into the playoffs, and still landed fourth in MVP voting. With a debut like that, you should have started 2025 as the obvious MVP favorite. But instead, the media played it safe. They stuck with what they knew. Aja Wilson. Same name, same story. And when they weren't hyping her up, they were quick to come up with reasons why it couldn't be you, faster than Angel Reese on a fast break.
Say a couple of things. Do I expect Aja Wilson to be Aja Wilson again this year? Yes. But I also know there is such a thing as voter fatigue. They don't like giving anybody MVP 3 times in a row. They barely like to do it 2 times in a row, let alone 3 times in a row. I just don't see it, simply because of voter fatigue. Like, it just is what it is. I also think that Caitlyn was putting it together in such a way last year. They're only going to get better, and now they've got a full offseason together. I could 100% see this happening. Caitlin Clark winning MVP.
The shift is here, and it's loud. Caitlin Clark is now the clear frontrunner for MVP. FanDuel, BetMGM, and yes, even ESPN all have her at the top of the list. After months of downplaying her impact, the numbers finally tell the truth. She's not tied. She's not close behind. She's leading. And this isn't just hype on social media. This is Vegas talking. This is the betting world putting real money behind what they believe is coming. The momentum is real, and the receipts are there to prove it.
We are right there. Caitlin Clark is officially the favorite to win the most valuable player.
All those media folks who spent 2024 shrugging off what was happening in Indiana? Yeah, they're starting to change their tune. That smug attitude? Gone. Now it's more like, wow, Caitlin might really be the one. But fans, we've known all along. We've been saying it for months. Caitlin Clark isn't just talented, she's changing the game. So why the sudden shift in how people talk about her? Simple. Everything. The signs, the stats, the off-season moves. It all pointed to an MVP season coming, and now everyone else is finally catching up.
We're not here to chase greatness. We're here to claim it. Our ambitions don't fit into headlines or highlight reels. So if you thought we arrived,
2 more for Boston.
now you know. We're not here for the moment. We're here for the takeover.
Caitlin Clark is about to take things to another level, and the league has no idea what's coming. But before we get into the show, she's about to put on, hit that like button if you think she's winning MVP this year, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single moment of the Fever's fireworks.
Let's start with our 2025 WNBA MVP, and that has to go to the one and only Caitlin Clark.
Honestly believe Caitlin. Clark's second year is going to be something we've never seen before. She's had a full off-season to train, hit the gym, and focus on the areas she wanted to improve from her rookie year. She's coming back sharper, stronger, and more prepared. And that should have the whole league on alert.
Truly think that this second year for Caitlin Clark is going to be like nothing we have ever seen. She has had an entire offseason to train, to get into the gym, to work on things that she struggled with during her rookie season.
Caitlin Clark's rookie season wasn't just impressive, it defied logic. She broke 62 records. Let that sink in. And the biggest of them all, she set the WNBA's all-time single-season assist record as a rookie. That's not just great, that's unheard of. And she did it all while under a microscope, picked apart, by the media targeted on the court, and constantly in the spotlight. She was the most watched, most criticized player in the league, and still managed to carry a rebuilding team toward respectability. Breaking records is one thing. Doing it while taking hits from every direction, that's next level.
Look at this. These are the top 3 scorers in the WNBA since the women brought home gold in the Olympics a few weeks ago. 2 of the members are of the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell.
Then came the Olympic break, and Caitlin used it as her own statement tour.
Like, she broke the record for assists. I don't think people really understand, like, how crazy that is to do as a rookie, your first year doing this.
After being left off the Olympic roster, Caitlin Clark came back on fire. averaging 23 points a game and carrying Indiana on her back during the playoff push. And she didn't just improve her own play, she made everyone around her better. All of this while under pressure that would have crushed most players, so naturally most people expected her second year to be even more dominant. But then came some bold takes. Bleacher Report's WNBA analyst, Newcast Duncan, ranked Caitlin 5th on his 2025 list. 5th. Behind Alyssa Thomas, who averaged just 10.6 points per game. That's who he considered more MVP worthy.
Love Caitlin. Love how she's transcended the game. I'm not going to go away from that. But in the open, we said, what makes a top 5 player? Winning. The only strike against Caitlin Clark is that she has not won a national championship. And that is the only thing that you can put against her, because the way she has dominated the record books when she was at Iowa was something you cannot duplicate. She's a 3-time NCAA scoring leader and assist leader, a true point guard for the people, 3-time All-American, 2-time Naismith Player of the Year, 2-time AP Player of the Year, all-time leading scorer. She broke the records of Kelsey Plum and Sabrina. Like, literally, there is nobody who has been such a front-facing name. It's a direct reflection of her skill set, but how can you be a top 5 player if you have not won a title?
It's a great point, which is why I agree with you.
Why? Because ranking Caitlin any higher apparently felt too soon. The same old argument. She hasn't won a ring yet. Sound familiar? That's exactly the line ESPN used. When they claimed she wasn't a top 5 college player of all time, even though she broke the all-time scoring record, brought women's basketball into the mainstream, and drew more viewers than the men's championship game. But sure, not top 5?
And I told y'all this last year. Well, I didn't tell y'all this last year on air, but like, we saw when they took the pictures with Christy Sides, like when she pulled up on them at All-Star game, her, Kelsey, and AB, and everybody just kind of like rolled their eyes and walked away like she was a groupie.
Yeah,
that told me everything I needed to know. So when I said like she's not it was based on 2 years of seeing things that just shouldn't have been happening in the first place.
It's the same story, people refusing to give Caitlin Clark the credit she deserves until now. The same ESPN that once left her off the GOAT list is now putting her ahead of A'ja Wilson and Nafisa Collier in the MVP race. And let's be real, it's a 3-horse race at this point. After Breanna Stewart, the odds drop off a cliff, the rest are just there to fill space. So what changed? Simple. Everything. The signs were always there. The roster moves, the momentum. But once training camp kicked off, people finally started seeing what Fever fans had known all along. The rest of the world is just now catching up, and it all starts with the biggest factor: coaching.
Yo, we cannot be short on that pass. We can't be short on that pass. One advantage that we have is that we're long as right? So now we got to use our length. So don't make yourself small.
Last season, the whispers started to grow louder. Caitlin and the Fever were succeeding despite Christie's sidelines. No one said it outright, but the awkward silences said enough. Caitlin herself hinted at it early on, mentioning the lack of sideline guidance, the strained chemistry, and the body language. Fans weren't subtle either, watching close games slip away due to sloppy rotations and disorganized plays. So Indiana made the smartest move they could. They brought in Stephanie White, the 2023 Coach of the Year, and a certified basketball genius.
Oh my God, Sophie's a dog. She just is, she's a competitor. She's versatile, so she allows us to do different things. Like, she plays with such a toughness. She's huge, and she's going to be for us all season long. But what she brings from an energy standpoint, she raises the level of play of everybody around her as soon as she steps foot on the floor. Hell, even on the sideline. I mean, her communication, everything. She's
From day one, Fever fans knew this was a game changer, and now even the doubters are starting to see it. Stephanie White brings order, purpose, and plays that actually make sense. A solid move all around.
At that point, how does this kind of compare to what you are used to?
Oh man, yeah, totally different atmosphere. The support here has been just phenomenal. I really can't go anywhere. I've been here like a week and a half, and everywhere I go, it's just like, we're excited for the season. You know, thank you for being here. So it's been really, really refreshing, and I'm just happy to be here.
You have a Natasha Howard and a DeWanna Bonner that can just straight up go get their own bucket, and they're huge. Okay, these are tall people. Okay, guys, I think they're both like 6'3" and 6'4", right? So matchup nightmare. Sophie Cunningham has been playing out of position in Phoenix for like 3 years. So she probably will get to go play the 3 again. She's a very underrated defender. And now you have very elite rim protection in Bree Turner. So now you go keep Aaliyah Boston out of foul trouble, which means she's going to be able to stay on the court. So do I think that they are a contender? Yes, I do.
You know, everybody knows we have so much talent, but at the same time, like, you got to put that together. It's not going to be like, all right, you have all these great players, step out on the court, it's going to work. Like, it's going to take a little bit of time to figure things out, figure out how everybody works with one another. So, DB's been tremendous, and obviously, you know, not only as a leader, she's a tremendous basketball player too, and she's won championships. She knows what it is. So when she speaks, everybody listens. So I think that was a piece of the thing we were missing last year. It's like we didn't really have that inside of our locker room. So just really grateful for that, and you know, just the way she talks and she leads. Like for me as a second-year point guard, like I want to win for her. Like this is the end of her career. Like she deserves it.
In her sophomore year, she's more seasoned. She has had time to rest. She's had time to really regroup and see exactly where she wants to go. Obviously, they have a ton of new players, new
Clark. I mean, that's clearly a foul, which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary? Kennedy Carter.
I think everyone talks about it. I'll see it on social media. They'll be like, "Caitlin has so strong muscles," and don't tell her I said that either. don't even mention that. Yeah. But I think her strength. I mean, she gets in the paint and she's able to bully her way in and finish strong at the basket. I mean, everyone talks about once again her 3-point shooting, and we've all seen her passing. But I think her ability to get downhill and really just stay on balance and score the ball, I think is going to be great this year too.